It's week 4 of the National Football League, and we've got the Vikings, Burner at wide receiver. Big plays follow him around. He comes in second to the NFL in receiving yards.
Young Kweku has it all teed up. And here we go from L.A. Here's a return from the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the Vikings, taking the field for their first drive of the game. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
All J.J. has ever done in his career, no matter where he's been, is win. And there is something to that. I know at times it's hard to measure how much of it was him, how much of it the people around him. Most importantly, just ask his teammates over the years. They love playing with him. That is a characteristic that's important, and I don't think talked about enough, Kate. Do your guys in the huddle want to play for you? Do they believe in you? Everywhere J.J. has been, he's lit up that huddle, and success has followed.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Buys time, rolling right. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Incomplete, pretty fortunately so. That was a big risk, nearly an end zone turnover. Instead, it brings up 4th down. Trying to push this past the marker. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Back to the well again. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. He made him 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Here's McCarthy to throw. Forced out to his right. And they score. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings finish up an excellent opening series. J.J. McCarthy, the touchdown. Austin Seibert on to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Downs on the return. They'll have decent field position to begin with here, Brock. He's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. So here come the Rams on offense, ready for their opening drive. And leading them out in his 6th season in the league now is their quarterback.
Simply put, there's not a throw on the field he's not capable of making. His arm can reach every blade of grass, which as a defender is an absolute pain to have to worry about down in and down out. And as an offense, it energizes you for the possibility of a big play at any time.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 37. Dump off, hit behind the line, and the ball is loose. It's picked out by the Vikings, going the other way. And Minnesota returns this to the end zone. Touchdown. The Vikings take a 13-0 lead. Seibert now to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings drive out to an early 14-0 lead. Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The Rams and their running back about to get back to work. This would be a good time for their first points of the game as they find themselves down a notable amount already in this opening quarter. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Moore going to motion over right. They'll throw to begin this drive. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he gets absolutely pumped to end that one. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down. Throwing from the gun. He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery. 4th down, and it'll be the native of County Wicklow in Ireland, Daniel Whelan, on to punt. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And hey, at least he held onto the football, but they will get nothing on that return. No return on that punt. And it's going to be Vikings football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Now it's McCarthy. Connects on the crosser. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a 20-zip lead. Seibert now to add the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Vikings push their lead to 21-zip already. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. And they're still looking for their first signs of life on offense. Haven't even been able to get a 1st down off this defense just yet. Throwing it to start this drive. Able to get it to Moore. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already in enemy territory. Now they'll throw out of the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down at the 30. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
To throw it on 1st down. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
It's 2nd and 21 at the 41-yard line.
Another try following the sack. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Back now, pressure on its way. It's taken in by Williams. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. Field goal attempt coming now from Young Hui Koo. Ball on the right hash, 48 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good. And it gets a fraction closer as the lead's down to 18.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
They'll bring him down on the return as he gets this to the 33. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy launches one deep downfield. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
McCarthy trying again on 2nd down. That one finds Xavier Worthy. It's a massive 35-yard pickup, 1st down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Lone back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. That's the end. We're ready now for the 2nd quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They have it 2nd down, well inside of field goal range. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the 1st.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Vikings grow their lead yet again. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well.
Yeah, I know nobody's perfect. All you have to do is listen to me and how many words I screw up. But you certainly expect those throws of that length to be 100%. They've got to be borderline automatic in this offense.
And he's brought down for a loss.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. You even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
3rd and long for him here. Moore's got it. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Again, Daniel Whelan heading out for another punt. And he'll try to have his 2nd punt top his 1st one. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And they'll get ready to go on offense. They're out and set, 1st and 10. On play action now, McCarthy. Wow, wide open here, complete. On the move, past the 40. It's a race down the right side. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field.
Ineligible receiver downfield. Offense.
Such an exciting play lost because of that penalty. And this offense now left to think of their next call as they make the long walk back down the field. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. And we haven't even hit the break yet, but already we're looking at this likely becoming a 100-yard game for him in the very near future, and expect more to follow after that. Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. Another carry for him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Here's 2nd and 11. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. McCarthy looking to throw. He isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Now on comes an L.A. native, an all-state punter here back in his high school days, Corey Bajorquez to punt. He's got it at the 24. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Rams will take possession. Ball at the 33 for 1st down. The Rams set to go on offense once more. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Got Williams, and it's complete. Keeps on moving into the red zone. To the house. Touchdown, L.A. The Rams fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Rams make it an 18-point game. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got 1st down from the 31. Lone back gets the handoff. And he's dropped at the 37 after pushing this forward a bit. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. McCarthy throwing here. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Now McCarthy. Hauled in by Worthy, right side. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Big catch is made, and he got the feet in, too. That 100-yard mark, it's as coveted by receivers as it is by running backs, and he's now reached it with that last catch. Now we're going to get it. All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
There is no thought needed from him. He has been doing this so long, dating back to college and high school. Those instincts, they come at you with a capital I. Identify that run, fire downhill, and get home in the backfield before that play could get started.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This coordinator tried to show some trust and belief in his offense. A run after a negative run, well, you lose a lot of equity and belief in that coordinator. I don't think he's going to try a third run after back-to-back negative losses.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings can make it a 4-score game as they lead by 24. Seibert now to add the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings continue piling onto this lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. The offense returning to the field now as we get a look at their wideouts. Well, Brock, it only took them one play to reach the end zone last drive. They might have to work a little bit harder this time out. Oh, he drops a cut to the right sideline. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Down inside the 40 now with a first down following that last play. Back to throw now. On target to down. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Looking to the air here. This time they're going to get there, and they drop it. Working quickly here. After the sack, another pass on second down. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's second. And the Vikings add an extra defensive back for this third down. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Oh, no, he lost control of another one. But a Ram found his way to the football first, and they avoid the turnover. Whew. Daniel Whelan on to punt. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. The Vikings and their QB. Offense ready to begin this drive. First and 10. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down, we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
He'll throw it. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. And that brings us to halftime. One team having fun, the other team not. We'll catch up with the rest of the league later. Let's go right through halftime and on to the start of the third quarter. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the shot. Wow, it's free again! And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Throwing now from the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And he makes... It's a touchdown on the pick six. Second time they've taken one back on him, Brock. First the fumble return, and now this pick six.
You know, I point this out to you every defensive meeting room we're in, Kate, when we sit down in these production meetings, and you can see their boards, right? These defenses keep track, and they know if they get a score defensively, their odds of winning through the roof. You get two, it's almost a certainty.
And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Running it now out of the gun. And he takes this across. Nope, beg your pardon. They're going to spot him right at the 35-yard line. Halfway to the marker. It's second and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up second and 5.
Pass play now. Here's pressure, and he's dropped by the Vikings. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
11-yard loss on the play. Brings up third down.
Throwing with a blitz on the way. Hits him on the out route. And he's out of bounds, just a step short of the 40.
Kate, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns. He puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Takes it in at the 21. And he's brought down before the return gets far. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Here's the handoff. And he's able to maneuver this up past the 30. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have second and 4.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
They give it to him again. And they bring him down. He managed to get a couple across the 35 to the 36. Give him 3 yards. That's going to bring up third and 2. Back-to-back carries here. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
They'll run for this. And he doesn't find open space. He only finds a defender who makes the stop. Markers reset, ball at the 37. They'll throw to begin this drive. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. Trying again following the sack. Oh, it puts some heat on. This is brought in at the 15. He goes the distance. Touchdown, LA. The Rams cut into the lead. Koo with the extra point. And the Rams will trail by 25. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. He fields it from the 8. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Looking for a target. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
2nd and 10, McCarthy. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Handoff now from the gun. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Finds him over the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They got 24 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Finds his target, Patterson. And they finally bring him down. Big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. He gets him 3, and this brings up 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. And he sails that one over the end zone.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Handoff now, running right. And he pushed for it, but they managed to stop him at the 2. Give him a couple yards on that run, and this sets up 4th and goal. He gets one more shot at it. And he runs it across, touchdown. The Vikings lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Seibert now to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings tack on 7 more to their lead.
Rams 17.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. The Rams headed out to the field now. And this has become must-score territory now every time out, as they trail by a full 4 possessions in this 2nd half. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll throw. He beams one, deep right side. Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work. So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 9 yards.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. 1st and 10 from the 41.
That's good for our Rams. 1st down.
He'll look to throw. He's got it over the middle. They drop it with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the gain, but boy, Brock, what a shot. 2nd and 3. Dumped off to his running back. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. That one ends up a gain of 6. And the Rams are going to have a 1st down. They go play action here. Has it at the 7. And he drives this forward to the 6. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Has it in close. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. 2nd chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. They give it to him up the middle. And he gets taken down immediately right at the line of scrimmage. So now, here's 3rd and goal. They'll try it with him again. And this time he gets it done. Touchdown! The Rams making the scoreboard look a touch better. Extra point by Koo is up and good. And the Rams will trail by 25. Koo all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Fielded at the 7. And look at this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. A give now from the gun. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. New set of downs for him from the 46. Going to the ground again on 1st. And he'll cross the 50. To the opposing side of the field. Good rip on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 2. Back to the well again. And he works this to the 38 before going down. A 9-yard gain and good for a 1st down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Diving right side, got it! They touch him down at the spot as we wait to hear about this flag on the field. The deep shot connects on the free play and makes for a very easy decline of that offsides flag. Oh, an exceptionally painful penalty as it sets up 1st and 10 now inside the red zone. The throw is caught. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings continue piling it it on here in the fourth. Xavier Worthy, the touchdown. His second scoring catch of the game. That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings continue adding on to that lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. This offense ready to get going again now. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Back to throw on 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Pass play on 1st and 10. Finds the in route complete. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Now there's the flag. Looks like the jump came from the left side of the line.
Ball start, offense.
There was a blitz coming, and that got somebody to panic and jump early. It cost him 5 yards. Here's 2nd and 7. Dumps it off to his running back. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Rams hoping to do some window dressing in the time remaining. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And they bring him down around the 34. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 34. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out. They're now set for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
They'll throw it again. Looking slant route complete. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches.
It's 2nd and inches.
Throwing it again here. Big catch made, and he got both feet in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Coup on now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams will trail by 25. Coup all lined up and ready to boot this one away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Vikings ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
First down, Minnesota.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Passing downfield, working the left. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Now the Vikings use their 3rd and final timeout. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Wow, they're going to pass it here. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Vikings keep running away with this. Seibert's able to connect on that extra point. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
63, Rams 31.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Back out runs their offense. And they can really do what they want with these last couple of snaps afforded to them because the outcome already decided. 1st and 10, they're going to throw. Caught, nice gain left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
So it's a win for the Vikings. And with the start they had in that first quarter, Brock, it is no surprise to see them come away with a victory at the end. They really did all they could to put this out of reach early.